Loading. Okay. I think we are live now. Let me get my... Yeah.
Okay, we have old name of the live stream, but that's not a problem. I'll just manually update. So we can start. I mean, it's live already.
Okay. All right. Now I'll figure that out after the meeting. All right, so welcome everyone, and thank you for making it to today's meeting. Like I said, I think we have some pressing discussions, and I'm just going to share my screen so we can get started. To make sure I'm not missing. Technology. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. So, yeah, once again, welcome everyone to the last marketing meeting of the year. So I actually packed the agenda, but I'm sure that we have like basically very two important ones that we need to get started with. And then we can go back to the other points later. So I think the first important one, wait, I updated this. Do you know updates? Okay. All right, so I think the most important one is the one from Chris. Yeah, Chris and okay. Electricity gone. Can you still hear me? Sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I just took a light. So I'm just gonna stop my video for now. All right. So Chris, you said you have updates on the cheat sheets. So maybe you can just quickly give us the updates or the feedback.
Yeah, no, it's just real quick. We released it for API Days Paris. We started handing it over to API Days participants. We've had great feedback so far. I think we printed around 100 copies, if I remember correctly, and they're all gone, which is great. It's the same level of traction than what we had for the OpenAPI cheat sheet. Yeah, that's great news. What I wanted to say is that, so first of all, it is available online. It is open source. It is somewhat different from the one that exists already in the AsyncAPI repositories. Hopefully, it's both of them can be valuable. What I wanted to offer is indeed that, if that makes sense from here on for future Async API in-person events, we're more than happy to have them printed and sent over to the event location so that it can be useful for any community member attending. That's basically it. So yeah, I'm happy to talk about it if there is any feedback.
From my side, thanks a lot for doing this. It's helping with promoting the Async API a lot. And I actually hold my copy in my hand.
Yay!
It's, as you noticed, like it's a bit different than ours, but it's I think it's just because the ones that we are using, it was created with the intention that whenever we were getting people at the API standards booth, people were already coming to a booth that has many standards. So our cheat sheet also has some diagrams, some additional explanation, because whenever we talk about Async API at the booth, we usually have people that have no idea about Async API, so we have to first explain the concept of event-driven, the brokers, producers, etc. That's why we have some different content. I think the art I didn't notice it before, so sorry I didn't write a message to Tuli before, but like I'm pretty sure we can share the article that was shared by Chris about the cheat sheet. We can definitely share it in next newsletter with the community.
Okay. All
so
right.
they're aware.
Will
So
do.
that's for sure. That's the first thing we can. Actually, you didn't send newsletter yet, right?
I haven't sent newsletter, so I think I'll put it this week because I'm
Okay.
sending the newsletter this week. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Because
I'll edit.
but the blog post we already released, right? So it's just in the
Yes.
newsletter. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So it's about time. It's a good timing, Chris.
Nice.
And if like, and regarding your offer to send it to a conference, I'll share my feedback, but maybe somebody else has something to add, because my feedback will be also related to conferences next year. Nobody else?
Okay. Yeah, I've not really like gone through the cheat sheets per se, but the only question I have is, are we still going to be producing our own cheat sheet as well? And we'll be sharing these two alongside during events?
Okay, so that's another feedback I wanted to provide. So the thing is that I think I had a chat with Bami last week about it. So like basically the cheat sheet thing, there's also one thing related to the cheat sheet. So, and it all really depends on the next year and the sponsorship sponsorship plans, and basically the conference prospectus for sponsors. Because one feedback I shared with Bami about the initial idea for the sponsorship was that I also noticed that cheat sheet is super popular at the API standards booth. And from my point of view, where I push a lot for this API standards booth to be like a standard booth on many API events, making sure that always some Async API person is there. So basically, I shared an idea with Bami that maybe we can have like some premium sponsorship offer in the prospectus, where we offer to sponsors that they like, by buying this premium or whatever the name of the package is, we could, for example, offer that we will put their logo in the cheat sheet for a given year. So let's say we print out we print out 400 copies of the cheat sheet, and there will be logos of the event sponsor and travel sponsor, and then we will just simply give it away at the events. So basically, this idea is a bit conflicting with an idea that we share this cheat sheet. Basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah, completely. I mean, you know, again, for us, it was important that we built this cheat sheet because we had the Open API version and we want to have consistent training material for all of our users. We hope that it's anyhow valuable for the entire community. And now, if at the end of the day that conflicts in any way, you know, with indeed sponsorship plans or any sort of activity that is led by the Async API team, it should not. You know, we don't want our stuff to conflict with what the Async API team is doing, obviously. So, you know, we come here as a bonus. You know, if it can be a bonus on some events like those that wouldn't have a cheat sheet sponsored by another brand, then we're here. If else, then it's completely okay. You know, no problem at all.
Yeah, I mean, as I've said, like it's just a thought that I shared with Bami. We haven't
Mhm.
Yeah.
put it anywhere really. Just sharing now in the meeting.
Absolutely.
And we anyway have to consult as well with the because one thing is idea and the vision that we can get some sponsorship for travels, and then reality if sponsors really are interested with such a with such a um, perk or whatever is the English name. Yeah, yeah. So that's also have to be validated, but that doesn't change the fact that we should, especially because of the license around your cheat sheet, that we should help promoting it with the communities. So yeah, and so for sure we should put it in newsletter. We should like you can chat with Bami like how we can put it in also on social medias, so people are aware.
Absolutely.
So that's one thing, and the other one, yeah, let's continue discussing. I would suggest let's continue discussing the idea of like sending them to the event when we will be finalizing the prospectus
Yes.
for
Just
2020.
know that, you know, this is an open option from us, and if it makes sense, then we're more than happy to make it happen. That's it. No, you know, no pressure, no conflict, nothing.
Cool. All right. I think we can just continue the conversation in the channel regarding the taking the cheat sheet to events. But thank you, Chris. And
And one thing, Bami, can you remind me? Because I think so. One thing is that I had a private talk to you about this idea for prospectus, but I also remember that I saw somewhere an issue or a discussion where there was already a mention that we want to increase the sponsor package. Can you
yes,
remind me? Was it a discussion or issue?
it was a discussion, and that's for conference. That's for sponsors for conference.
The one related to rebranding.
Yes, we want to rebrand the conference website, and also want to increase our sponsorship tiers for our conferences.
Oh yeah, okay. I think yeah, I see it. Yeah. Yeah. Then I'll also put the note there about the idea so we can continue
Okay.
about it.
All right. Okay. So moving forward, I think the next thing that is very pressing right now is the close up, the update on us closing our online store. And I think majorly I and Lucas, I put out the post on the marketing working group yesterday. I didn't get any, but yeah, we have time to talk about it here. We were checking out the average cost of shipment around last week, and we noticed that it was really, really, really outrageous. And thinking of how many items we actually planned to ship out this December, it's something that is looking like it's not feasible for us to achieve given our budgets. So yes, the idea is the best possible and fastest way to close down that store this December. We shouldn't keep it till January 2025. So and it's open for discussion. I don't know if anybody had seen it on
Maybe
Slack.
maybe you can share the numbers.
Should I share my
Yeah, or just copy.
what?
Yeah, if you can share the numbers to others, so they can see how
Okay. Let me
ridiculous they are.
Yeah.
It's I don't even know which English word to use, outrageous or whatever, like, but FedEx is a joke, like, basically.
So I'm going to put it in the chat as well. So we see what we are dealing with. So we planned to ship to TSC members 33 because I've sent some to Lucas before that didn't even get there on time. I mean, there's a lot of issues we have been having with the shipment, from London shipment to Paris shipment not getting there on time, and then to the ridiculous amount for shipment. There's 3 TSC members, there is mentees, 8 mentees, 10 mentors. We were planning to give an award to our community members as well. And we're planning to give us 7 awards. And then with the calculation and using the recent cost of shipments that we have, average cost is $116.54. It is quite a lot, given our budget.
And it's just shipment. It's not
And
even
just
buying the stuff. It's just shipment.
the shipment
Yeah.
is really, really ridiculous. So I don't know. That's how we're putting it out. That so we have current ideas that we have talked about through around basically to do, and that is to pause shipment or to even cancel shipment all at once and just send everything to Lucas. So when there is any event around Europe, especially for the for them, the free and open
Pause them.
source software
Pause them.
events that is coming. Yeah. So we could use that there and any other event, and it could be shared among our ambassadors. So when they are going for any of the events, they can take our swags along. That could work. And then we are still open to other ideas, basically, because we do not have it to run 7,609 to 1.64 shipment.
Yeah,
So
from my side, I can only add that I already had a chat with Bami a few times about this swag store and this because of the budget thingy from the as for now, as an executive director, I'm the one that is responsible for the budget, so like it's scaring me out. So we had a few discussions, and I was always like trying to avoid a situation that I'll end up having all the swags and then send them from my location. But to be honest, the amount of discussions we had to have about around the topic, and always this pinnacle branding whenever we have to deal with them, it's not good. And also my experience with FedEx, because the swags for Paris were sent to my location, and because we thought it's going to be faster, and it's stuck for a week at FedEx Poland just because of their processes. So we didn't have swags for Paris. So like from my point of view, I already have a locker that I prepared today for the swags that were supposed to go to Paris. So I have already space prepared. So I like my suggestion is something for you to think about. But I can, as Pami said, we can close the shop as basically if possible next week. Then do it next week. We can send everything to my location, and then I'll just distribute from here. even we can even from the perspective of the plans, like the awards, the volunteers, mentees, mentors, even TSC members, we can start collecting. I would so I off let me just clarify. I offer that I can have them in my attic. I can send them whenever needed to conferences or even individual people. But I, of course, need, like Bami, I will need your support at least in the communications. So getting address, so for me, the only responsibility is to take the things, put them in the bag, and put it in the delivery service. I can commit to this, not to all this logistics, getting like names and addresses, etc.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my suggestion, because 7,000 is uh, like totally above the budget that we left for us for swags. So yeah, that's the situation, and I think that the time that I'll have to spend on handling swags, it's anyway gonna be less than we already have now because of the store closure, and it's terrible. It's like I still regret the decision that we made to go with the Pinnacle branding. Like it's gonna haunt me till the ends of my time.
Okay, so do we have any other suggestions regarding this? Chris? Oh, Chris said makes sense.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
sorry, and I'm actually gonna have to jump into another call. But look, everything that I've heard so far, your suggestion, Lucas, is the one that makes sense right now. It's an extra burden for you, because you are still going to have some work to do, as putting stuff in packages and putting it at the post. But indeed, in terms of budget, the whole thing is completely nonsensical. So it's easier just dump the whole thing altogether, and forget about it. Let's not even have swag at all anymore. Or indeed, the most pragmatic option, if we want to keep having swag, is the one that you're offering. And thanks a lot for offering that.
Any other
okay.
comments?
Tuli
Yeah.
Fuad? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be best. Like, since we might have an idea of where we are having conferences, then better distribute it like that. Knowing Lucas, you're in Europe, then receive the swags. Then I think we need to like adjust now, like especially with the ambassadors and everything. Then you know that totally we don't have swags at all. Then if it's only stickers that we will do, I think we have the website where we do stickers, then it's still okay.
Okay. All right, thanks, Chris. Bye.
Okay, I also have to run because I have to take my kids to the fencing lessons. But I can, so I'll just as a reminder, we don't make decisions during the calls, so I like that we have quickly consensus. But I'll drop a message anyway in the Slack. Just to summarize that I offer it, and please, folks, like also publicly in Slack acknowledge that you agree with this solution, and let's go forward. Like probably next week. Not sure if they will be able to do it before Christmas, but yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think if it's like accepted and the whole community agrees with it, agree with it, we can just apply for it this week, because I think by next week they will start the whole holiday and probably not be able to send out packages. So you might apply for it this
Um,
week.
okay, I think the discussion is not visible. I think it'll be best like to really like put it on general where everybody can see
Yeah, so
so that everybody can
so I'll
engage.
drop it. I'll drop it
Okay.
in the marketing working group as a summary, and then share it
Mhm.
in general. And we can give
Okay.
people like a time until tomorrow.
Hmm.
If and then like tomorrow afternoon anyway, so it's 24 hours for people to react. you can buy me, because they anyway are in US, so you can write to them in the afternoon that they should pack everything and send to my location. With Polish FedEx, it's gonna be anyway 1 month probably before it gets to my location. Yeah, so anyway, I'll have to drop. Thanks for I'm super happy that we talked about this and we can finish that topic.
All right. Okay, yeah. So thank you, Lucas. See you later. All right. It does. Okay. Of me. Okay. Yeah. I think with those ones out of the way, the next thing is this marketing report. Thank God Tuli is still here. The marketing report. It is over 2 weeks now. It's beginning to be frustrating.
Okay, so when it comes to pull requests, right? It takes like a lot of feedback. I think this is your first blog, right?
No, it's not.
Unlike properly like a report. This is your first one.
Okay.
So like the details that are there's a lot of like feedback that needs to be applied, and I still see like there are some nitpick comments that need to be addressed. So that's how pull requests are. So it takes patience. I know. I remember like my first pull request, proper pull request, like the first blog, it did take time. I think it had around like 100 comments and reviews. So I do understand it sounds frustrating, but at the same time, we just want to ensure that the content that we put out on the AsyncAPI blog is good and is detailed and well structured. So yeah, just make sure that you address like the feedback, and trust me, hopefully, yeah, by the end of the week, I think there are only minor things that are left on the review. So once that is addressed and the code owners approve, then it should be good to go.
Minor things, because all of the reviews or the feedback has all been implemented. I don't know if there's any, even the one Lucas gave this afternoon, I've implemented it.
Okay, I still see like there's still 4 nitpick comments that are still not addressed.
Um,
So you can also check that one out.
Pop
Then
new
if
ones.
it's, yeah, I think we can review it like later on. Then you can like take time to like go through them as well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, because I'm not seeing anything. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
All right. I think that will be on hold then. But either ways, talking about the end of the year, the year performance, overall, especially regarding the social media performance. Yes, we have a little bit of I don't know if I'll call it glitch from Hex, because from the beginning of the year till almost mid of the year, it was not reading any performance at all. But then we have proper good performance from performance metrics from LinkedIn, which is also in the report. I thought that the reports will be like published already, so we'll just like talk about it from here. But then majorly it's just the overview of what we have been doing in the marketing working group from when it started till now. And we are seeing that we are making good progress in regards of our numbers, especially our new followers on LinkedIn and how our posts are doing on LinkedIn. Yeah. And yes, and that's it. And yeah, I don't know if I should talk about this or just keep it. The AsyncAPI award, because we wanted to do it and wanted to also use it as an opportunity to just empty the store. But now that we are tilting towards sending all the swags to Lucas, I want to first be sure that, oh, the community agreed to it, and then probably he can send the swags from his location, or we are not going to be sending the swags at all, and it will just be for events. So that's why I've not made that discussion post on the AsyncAPI awards yet. However, we can also follow the line of just announcing the award, and we will not be sending any package to anybody. And also they will not be getting a badge yet, because we are planning to use the badge for next year when the mentorship program has been concluded. Because I think for the design, they are working on the Holopin, how to make badges on the Holopin account platform. So we plan to explore that next year, not this year. So I think, again, we'll be posting on the AsyncAPI award until we know for sure how we are going about the swags or the merchandise. Anything? Okay, none. So for the strategy doc and the ambassador doc as well. When I had conversation with Lucas, I told him that I'm just going to create a fresh PR, but I was waiting for this one to be merged first before creating a fresh one, that another review and discussions will be starting from, so that they will all not be, jackpacking all together. So immediately the report has been merged or published, I'm going to create a new PR and implementing all of the feedbacks and reviews on the previous one, and especially what Lucas said about the description table, adding the description table and all of that. So I'm going to be creating a new one that we are going to be using for 2025 and focusing on in 2025. So yeah, that being said, that's the update on the strategy doc. I think that's all. We've talked about merchandise as well, the merchandise distribution alongside this close of the store. So and in 2025, majorly the focus of the marketing working group is to focus on the student ambassador. Yeah. And I think me in particular, I'm going to be heading that. So we're going to be seeing how we can, because it's also like proposing. We are still proposing it. It has not been full fleshed out. So we are still going to see how it can benefit both AsyncAPI initiative and also the community. Yeah, that's it. Is there any comments? Word? Any suggestion? Please?
No, no,
No.
my hand. I think is all
No.
good.
So on the terms of the student ambassador program, so basically I might have some suggestions, but it's something that I will revisit next year, not now. But yeah, I will just add a
Okay.
comment to that when the time comes. Yeah.
Okay. And it's not something that will help me when I'm like restructuring the whole doc.
Yeah,
Probably
it will be
just
something. Yeah, once the restructuring is done and we revisit like the topic, then because we need to see how it will also like benefit the community aspect, because also we need to I will need to revise also like how the docs, since now we don't have like swags anymore. So once we update even the main ambassador program, also to see how you will reward also like new ambassadors as well. So something that I will revisit the whole umbrella topic together. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's true now. It's something we need to put into consideration because we don't have the swag store anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I think that is all. Well, I wanted to talk about our sponsor involvement, but yes, it's also like in the recap or the reports, the marketing reports. So and there's no sponsor here, but this is just like an open call out for folks that want to join the community working group. That it's not just for, I mean, the marketing working group is not just for marketers. I mean, it's for the community members, anybody that feel like you have idea or any creative suggestions you want to drop for in terms of marketing, you can join the marketing working group. And of course, we also welcome all of our sponsors. Any representative from the sponsors can also come and share ideas with us, and also see how how we run things in the marketing space. So we are looking forward to welcome any idea, suggestions that will help us increase the growth of AsyncAPI initiative in 2025. So that being said, Lucas mentioned something, but is also is not something we have. It's still an idea in the ideation phase. What you talked about adding the logo and also having just one diamond sponsor. That means we are going to be increasing our tiers as well, and also have some special treatment. Is it treatment now or special benefits for them? Yeah, special benefits for them. But it's still in the ideation level. So we are seeing how we can also strengthen our collaboration with our sponsors in the coming years. So all of these are ideas, and I'd love for folks to just drop any idea that you have in the marketing working group channel on Slack. Thank you. Any idea at all, welcome. And yes, we also have our discussion what is it? On GitHub regarding our website conference rebranding. I think that will also take it will take full implementation by next year, correct, Silly? Let's see.
You mean like the rebranding of the conference?
Yes, the rebranding.
Okay, so like the feedback we got, I see nobody objected in us teaching the on tour. So yeah, definitely everything will be updated next year once we are working on the 2025 website.
Okay, cool. All right. I think that is all, except we have any other thing from I'm checking YouTube, nothing. So except we have any other question or suggestions? Nothing? Okay.
Nothing from my
I'm
end.
going to say just go on. Sorry, you were saying.
Oh, I was saying just nothing from my end. Just like to make sure that we share and grow like the marketing working group aside from us, like also to get like the community also involved. And maybe there are new volunteers, like people who are joining in the community also. They need to be aware of the working groups that we have. It's not only us, but also to have people like crowd, more people like joining in into the marketing working group as well. So definitely something that we need to like focus on maybe in 2025 as well. So yeah, that's the only feedback that I have. But anyway, my mindset is already on holiday. So
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That if there is nothing else, I'm just going to say happy holidays, folks, and see you all next year.
awesome.
Happy holidays.
Bye. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Nice word. Bye. Bye. Bye, everyone. Mm.